So today I decided that I wanted to do a Halloween tutorial, and it just ended up being a clown. It wasn't entirely planned, but I kind of just went with the flow and made it up as I went along, and I ended up really liking it, especially this part. I think this is my favorite. So if you want to see how I did this, just keep on watching. Okay, so to start, I'm showing you this Snazaroo palette. This is the most important part. I will link that in the down bar. Here I'm using the NYX pencil in milk, and I just outlined the diamonds, and now I'm filling them in with the white paint from that Snazaroo palette. And I'm doing the same here with the other diamonds with the black paint from the Snazaroo palette. Now you can see that I am just basically filling in some of the white around my face. I just wanted to have a mapped out area of where I'm going to place everything. I'm also going to line around the bottom edge of my neck. Here I'm using the yellow from the Snazaroo palette, and I'm just putting this in the center of my lids. Later we are going to top that with an eyeshadow, but I just wanted to get that in there before we start rounding out our eyes with the black. Just touching up a little bit with the black and outlining. Okay, here I'm a little bit out of frame, but I was just starting the lips. I was getting the bottom lip with the red from the Snazaroo palette and just a fine detailer brush. And you're going to see in a minute that I'm going to do the top, and I'm going to over accentuate the Cupid's bow, just to make it a little bit more creepy. And then I'm going to extend from the corners along my cheek. Now I'm just filling in some more of my face with the white. You want to be careful with this part not to touch the red that you already used on your lips. Honestly, just be patient and take your time with it. You don't want to mix the colors together, because then you're going to have like a pink shade on your face as opposed to the pure white. Now I'm just taking a cream eyeliner. I'm going to use this to do the part around my eyes. I don't want to put the paint so close to my actual inner lash line. That's why I'm using a cream eyeliner for this part. And this is just one from Wet n Wild, very inexpensive. And you can see here I'm just rounding around the yellow, and I brought the point down over along the side of my nose, and now I'm going to bring a point going up from the center as well as the bottom. And you just want to fill that in. And again, I'm just using that small detailer brush, and you're basically going to do almost the same thing on the other side, but I didn't want it to be symmetrical. So on this side, I brought 2 lines down along the bottom as opposed to 1. And I did them different lengths. On this side, I just did that little accent along the top as opposed to connecting the line up to the diamonds. And again, I'm just taking the white paint and going around the eyes now to fill all that in. Again, just be careful and be patient and take your time with this. You don't want to really touch the colors together. I'm just using the smaller detailed brush with the white now in order to get in those hard to reach areas. Again, filling around my face, I'm basically just putting another layer of the white on so that it's more opaque. And filling in the detail on the other side. And you want to leave the tip of your nose a little bit bare because we're going to apply red there later for the clown nose. And basically just refilling in all of the white. You want it to be as opaque as possible. You don't really want to see skin peeking through. Now I'm outlining the lips with black to make them more defined. This is just, again, the black from the Snazaroo palette. Now I'm doing the nose. This is literally just a little circle that I filled in with the red, and then I go ahead and at the end and I accent it with a little bit of a white just to give it like a glare. And I'm just filling in the white around the nose. Here I go in with the chest piece, and you want to do basically a swirl with the red first. You want to start with the red first because with the black you can go over the red, but you can't do it vice versa. So I just lined around underneath my neck and I connected the swirl. Now I'm going in with the black and I'm going to fill in everywhere that there is no red. And again, this just is easier this way to do the black last because you can go over the line of the red and it's not really going to look like you messed anything up. And I'm going to fill in the whole shoulder area with all of the black. Depending on your costume, if you decide to wear a specific type of costume with this that's going to cover your shoulders, you really don't have to paint it in. I just did this because I was painting the chest piece and I just figured I might as well fill the rest in. And now I'm just taking the NYX pencil again in milk and I'm just lining around my ears to kind of blend them in. This is the BH Cosmetics 120 palette and I'm taking the yellow from this. Like I was telling you, we're going to put that yellow over top of the yellow that we painted onto our eyes and blend it somewhat over the black that's already there. Now I'm taking a gray shade from that palette and I'm kind of contouring just a little to give it some dimension and more of a little bit of a creepiness to it. You don't want it to be so one-dimensional, so it's just good to do some shading with another color in there. And I brought this down around my jawline as well to make that more defined. I'm also going to contour my smile lines as you see here. That way it just gives the face more expression as opposed to being such a flat white. Here I'm just teasing my hair and then I'm going to apply some hairspray. This is by Matrix, it's the Performa hairspray. And that's it, you're pretty much done.